Hi, church. I'm standing in our vegetable garden that we planted on Mother's Day. And it's not quite done, but we've got some tomatoes here, some pumpkins, some zucchini, some varieties of peppers, and some herbs. And the garden always reminds me of lessons from the Bible. One of those is found in Galatians chapter 6. And it says this: "Do not be deceived, God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, this he will also reap." And I think that's really easy to see here. We are planting tomatoes and zucchini and pumpkin and peppers. We're not going to get watermelon, and we're not going to get cucumbers, and we're not going to get carrots and radishes because we didn't plant them. And that is a biblical truth, that what we plant is what we harvest. And in this passage particularly, it's talking about whether or not we sow things that are for eternal value, sow things to the spirit, or whether we sow things to the flesh. Whether the things that we're planting in our lives have little meaning beyond just this life, like things like how much money we make, how famous we are, how big a house we live in, or whether they are things that count for eternity, like investing in people, investing in God's church, being generous with the resources that God has given us. Just like we're not going to reap watermelon and radishes and carrots, if I invest my life in things that are just for this world, I'm not going to reap benefits for eternity. So my challenge to us this week is, as we look at the things that are blooming around us, or maybe even as you plant a little vegetable garden, that we would remember that what we sow is what we're going to harvest, and that would be an encouragement for us to sow, to plant the things that we really want to harvest in eternity. God is faithful to his promises, and what he says is, what we sow is what we'll reap. That can be positive news, or that can kind of bring us up short. The good news is, in God's kingdom, unlike in my garden, it's never too late to begin sowing the right things. If it's not corn season in my garden and I plant corn, chances are that corn's not going to grow. But in God's economy, it's never too late to start planting for eternity.